Not with you. No, not with you. You did. Not with you. I've seen you. No, you're Take the mask off. Take the mask off. You got herpes and you're hiding your herpes. I get that. You're hiding your herpes. I'll fix that. You can't have my banner. It's mine, not yours. You get your own. We're preaching hate. Distributing flyers with Hamas on it, huh? He's a sympathizer. And that's why he's not going back. Going back. Going back. Thank you. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been to Gaza? Have you ever been to Palestine? No? I don't think so. Have you been there? Don't ask me if I have been there. I haven't. Okay. Hey, if you went over there and they found out you was a U.S. citizen, what?
Sin City, afternoon, brother. Appreciate you. Scar, Jethro. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
We should protect that. Yeah, half afraid.
Look at these. These are all undercover cops. This dude's a cop. This dude's a cop. Yeah, we got you. You're on candy camera. Copper. Guys, at some point, oh, look at the fucking... Look at this traitor. Allah is not going to be happy with you, brother. He's not going to be happy with you. Sid, right? Yeah. When they start doing it, start with him. Make sure he's first on the list to go. What's the word? Like the sin word? Shalom? I think I want to do a little bit. I want to stream a little bit on Twitter, guys. So I think at some point I'm going to go.
Hey, let's hit him with a little bit more. We're gonna hit it with the double whammy. The double whammy.
This is cute. New York City Drivers Unite.
Double whammy.
Dímelo, papi, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué pasó ahorita ahí, Cristo? ¿Qué
¿Qué pasa
pasa?
con el boricua? Me quiere atacar el boricua. ¿Qué pasa? A ver, me quitaron la bandera. Me le para atrás, lo cogí. Me metieron unos presos.
This is you, right?
Look how beautiful that is. Look how pretty. Huh?
What did you say? He's from New York.
So he used to be a yellow cab driver, and he would go to like all these like protests around like the city doing yellow cab stuff, and then I think he started driving for Uber.
Wow.
Yeah. And then,
Internet's forever.
and then now, but I used to see him at like protests in like 2018 and stuff, and I think now he's just so angry. He's like a Trump supporter. Yeah.
So
I
he
knew
lost.
looked
He lost his
familiar.
way.
I knew he looked familiar. I was like, oh,
Yes,
I
that's
know
me.
this
That's
angry.
me. We don't just fight for taxi rights. We fight for all our rights. That's the problem with the taxi driver and the politicians. They see a taxi driver, that's all he is, a taxi driver. They don't see him as an American. They don't see him as a citizen. 90% of the drivers are people of color. Like, man, you out there making $4 trips, getting shot, getting robbed.
Yeah, I'll just go. I'll give you my first name.
If you have a green card, honor that shit. Protect it, take care of it. And then the next step is you become a citizen, right?
So this isn't new for you. You've been doing this for years, protesting.
What?
Well, according to what she just said, you've been.
My focus is transportation. My focus is the taxi because I'm a driver. But I'm also a New Yorker. I'm an American citizen.
I hear you, brother.
If I say if you spew hate in this country, right? What are you doing here? Right? If I tell you go back where you came from, I'm not saying that because I hate you. I'm pointing out a fact. If you don't like it here, just go back. Right? That's the beauty about this country. You can get on a plane and just bounce, go back where you came from. It may sound that way, and some people may say it that way, but it's the tone of voice, it's how you say it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, I got people in my family that are half Dominican. We got kids in the family that are from Peru, and Puerto Rican, and Dominican, and Arab. I got little cousins, Puerto Rican and Arab.
I respect your opinion, brother.
It's about hate, it's about love. We kick ass with truth. That's how we do it. That's how we kick it. I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit. And then you'll get arrested. And then we'll be even. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I think so. You heard me. You heard me.
There's a lot of taxi drivers here too.
Go for it. Knock yourself out.
There's a lot of
Knock yourself
Your
out.
brothers here. They're your brothers. You gotta chill out.
America! Viva Trump! Viva Trump! I'm baffled. I don't have the answer to it. How can you hate this country but stay here? How can you hate this country but stay here? That doesn't make sense.
Raul, you're angry at the
That
wrong
doesn't make
people.
sense.
You're angry at the wrong people. Go be
Just
mad at
because you
them.
say so, don't make it so. Just because you say so, don't make it so.
What's on the other side of that?
Oh, careful.
Yeah, I know.
That's a treat. You want a
Raul,
treat?
be quiet.
That is a treat. You want to see the treat? Yeah, that's a treat for you. There you go. A treat for you. That's your kryptonite. Your kryptonite.
Yeah.
You gotta get that one too, brother. Let's go.
Guys, I'm gonna stream a little bit on Twitter. You guys are welcome to come over there and check it out. But I want to start giving Twitter a little bit more love.
They're gonna send his ass back! They're gonna send him back! Shut the fuck up! Come on, get out of here! I don't want to hear your shit! Go talk to them!
With your cab driver brothers.
Respect New York! Respect the country! Don't make me get nasty! I don't like to do that! Don't make me get nasty, because I will. Can you hear me now? I think they can hear me. So, what do you think? They can hear me?
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Yo, John Lennon, keep your cool, right? You're taking too many pictures, bro. You're giving me the wrong message now. Just so you know, I don't roll that way, all right? I don't roll that way, all right? Yes. Why you? I understand that. You can take all the pictures you want, but I'm curious why. Just so you know, we don't roll that way. Not to the left, brother, to the right. To the right.
Are you guys highly interested in the protest? Should I stay on, or do you guys not mind if I go on Twitter? If you guys are highly interested here, I'll just stay on. But if you guys don't mind, I'll go over to Twitter and stream it there.
Honor your oath. Respect the country. Respect New York.
Is that him? Let's go over there, guys. Sorry.
inside here. Yeah.
Alright, I can take the other end of the cable. They haven't started doing the concert. As an observer, I talked to him before. Just wanted yeah, it sounds like
And the sidewalk, this has to be clear, and the sidewalk is
I gotta get all this out.
Should they book a live video? Yeah, just live video.
okay, let me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have more? Yeah. Keep going, keep going. Okay.
We need a pass.
Any more?
Let me see any more?
Folks, you gotta leave some room for the sidewalk. Gotta let people pass through. Let's go. Close up a trespass right here. Start moving out. If you don't have a trespass, you gotta get up. Let's go. Anyone leaning against us, try to get out of here. Let's go. Let all of them through. Let's go.
That's it. Yeah. I
Director of Partnerships at CLEAR, and I will be getting us through the program today. Thank you all for being here. We have a number of speakers here to provide updates and statements of support regarding Mahmoud Khalil's case. Mahmoud's attorneys are here to provide updates and a brief statement for Mahmoud's wife. Attorneys will be taking questions at the end. So we'll be starting with our first speaker, Ramzi Qasim. He is the co-director and founding director of CLEAR, Creating Law Enforcement Accountability and Responsibility. He's a professor of law at the City University of New York and part of Mahmoud's legal team. Welcome, Ramzi.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. As we tried to make clear in court today, what happened to Mahmoud Khalil is nothing short of extraordinary, shocking, and outrageous. It should outrage anybody who believes that speech should be free in the United States of America. Mr. Khalil is a lawful permanent resident who was coming home with his U.S. citizen wife, who was 8 months pregnant, and he was taken by U.S. government agents in retaliation, essentially for exercising his First Amendment rights, for speaking up in defense of Palestinians in Gaza and beyond, for being critical of the U.S. government and of the Israeli government. Those are the reasons why he was targeted. Those are the reasons why he was detained. That's the reason why the government also moved him to Louisiana, further retaliation for the fact that on the night of his arrest at home, he filed a habeas corpus petition in this court, which he also has the constitutional right to do. In retaliation for that, he was moved to Louisiana to take him away from his lawyers, to take him away from accessing his court, to take him away from his family and supporters. And so every day that Mahmoud spends in detention in Louisiana is a day too long. We and he fully intend to vindicate not just his First Amendment rights, but those of all Americans, frankly, and all lawful permanent residents, and anybody who wants to speak out. But it simply cannot be the case that you can be disappeared at night off the streets of New York City simply because the current U.S. government, the current administration at the White House dislikes what you have to say. That is, not just un-American, it's also unacceptable. And so, Mr. Khalil and we will fight as hard as we need to court to bring him home to New York City as soon as possible. And that's one of the motions that is now pending before this court is a motion to bring him back home and to
Hey. Can you just check that someone didn't jump over the mic or something?
Acceptable or contrary to U.S. foreign policy, he can be deported. As Ramsey suggested, it's largely unprecedented, save for ugly historical precedents, including the Red Scare and McCarthyism. That's what we're talking about. We're also talking about a period of repression that the Center for Constitutional Rights knows well, following 9/11, when we were in the courts trying to get people out of secret detention. One thing that's different now is the legal infrastructure is so much stronger, and everyone out here on the streets knows that we cannot hide in the face of this amount of repression. We will be fighting in the courts and fighting in the streets to bring Mahmoud home and prevent this level of repression from spreading to many others, as the administration has threatened to do.
Thank you, Bahid. Now we'll hear from Professor Joseph Howley, an associate professor at Columbia University.
Good morning. My name is Joseph Howley, Howley, and I'm an associate professor of classics at Columbia University. The last time I spoke at a press conference was April 18th. That day, police officers in crowd control gear entered our campus for the first time in decades and carried off dozens of students who were peacefully and quietly encamped on one of the enclosed lawns in front of our library, threatening no one. As I watched this unfold in horror, I was asked to speak at an emergency press conference alongside Mahmoud, who had just been asked to negotiate on behalf of the encampment. It is always dangerous to speak in public for Palestinian rights, safety, and freedom with your face uncovered and your name declared. You can be sure you will be harassed, doxxed, terrorized. People will try to get you fired from your job. For speaking here, I will receive a new round of death threats, slander, complaints to my employer. When I step down from here, I will publish these remarks to protect me from the inevitable attempts to misrepresent my words. And Mahmoud, as a student negotiator, took these same risks and many more. Mahmoud is a man of decency, honor, and kindness. He has distinguished himself in his work as an advocate and negotiator, as someone committed to peaceful resolution of difficult situations. He is a consummate diplomat in his disposition and his character. What the Trump government is doing to Mahmoud is obscene. It is unreasonable, intolerable, unconstitutional. So why do they think they can get away with it? The Trump administration is betting that Americans will happily look the other way as one more Palestinian is victimized here on American soil. They are betting that when you hear Mahmoud's name or the word Palestinian, the parts of you that make you a thinking and rational and caring person will switch off, and you will believe the worst about him, and you will turn a blind eye to these grave violations of his rights. And after what I've seen over the last year and a half, I'm not sure they're wrong. Anti-Palestinian groups have spent all year casually leveling the most dangerous accusations on the flimsiest grounds, and members of our own community have repeated them. Don't like seeing a kafia? Call them a terrorist and call the cops. Don't like their views? Call them anti-Semitic and get them expelled. Don't like that your Jewish colleague has the chutzpah to say free Palestine? Report him for Jew hatred to a university task force. Don't like seeing a broad and diverse movement of courageous young people standing together against the ethnic cleansing of Gaza? Call your friends in the government and send the feds to their door. But anyone who wants to be taken diversity would deal so ignorantly with language and truth. But more than that, I am ashamed as a Jewish person that this kind of slander has found currency in some parts of my own community in service of the racist and anti-Semitic Trump agenda. Trump's claim that this atrocity combats anti-Semitism is insulting. We will not take lectures on anti-Semitism from segregationists and neo-Nazis. We will not allow a white supremacist president and his party to claim the mantle of Jewish safety as they shred the Constitution and spin outlandish legal theories to justify the suppression of dissent and the brutalization of those who oppose war and apartheid. One of the most insidious forms of prejudice toward Jews is the trope of dual allegiance, which suggests that we Jews, because of our ethnicity or religion, have secret political commitments at odds with the communities we live in, that we are not to be trusted, that you should always believe the worst about us. When Donald Trump sneers at globalists, this is what he means. And when I see people unquestioningly trafficking in the wildest assertions about Mahmoud just because he is Palestinian, I hear the exact same kind of prejudice that drove generations of my own family from their homes in Europe. Anyone who spread the lies about Mahmoud that resulted in his detention should be ashamed. And if you find yourself believing whatever someone tells you about Mahmoud just because he is Palestinian or because he spoke up against a murderous war that you somehow still support, I can only implore you to scrutinize your own soul. Why are we here? Because we want our friend back. But we are also here because what happens to Mahmoud could happen to any of us. If they can strip the green card from a lawful permanent resident, they can do whatever they want to a citizen. If you're waiting for permission to think of this as a crisis, here it is. What has been done to Mahmoud goes far beyond whether or not you agree with the cause of Palestinian liberation. Where exactly are we in the poem that begins, when they came for the communists, I did not speak out? Well, they've already come for the asylum seekers. They've come for the migrant families, and now they've come for Mahmoud Khalil. It's not a very long poem, so how far down the list do you think you are? I've been proud to stand as a Jew beside Mahmoud Khalil and call for a free and just and peaceful Israel-Palestine. It is my honor now to stand before you and call on what remains of the United States government to do the right thing and free Mahmoud Khalil. Thank you.
From the law firm representing Mahmoud.
What's up?
This is also on behalf of Amy Greer, who's in our firm, who has handled this case and will continue to handle this case, but unfortunately could not be here today. The principles at issue in this case are, of course, of extraordinary importance, and my colleagues have laid that out here in court. But as important as those principles are, our commitment to the case, the whole team's commitment to the case, and Amy's commitment to this case, is also about the human being, Mahmoud Khalil. He is a person who is loved, who is respected, who has earned that through his conduct and his commitment to his community and to all of us. We thank the people beyond the cameras who are here for their support. We appreciate it, Mahmoud appreciates it, and ultimately the rest of this country and the world will appreciate it. Thank you.
Next, we'll have Professor Nadia Ahet, Professor of Anthropology at Barnard and Columbia.
I'm in charge. Last name is A-B-U-E-R-H-A-J. So how did we get here? How did we get to the point where Mahmoud Khalil, a mild-mannered and thoughtful opposing political activist, a legal permanent resident of the U.S., who has not been charged, let alone convicted of a crime, can be picked up outside his home and shipped to Louisiana detention center? That the Secretary of State and the President can name him as the first of many who will be rounded up and deported for what is, in fact, political dissent. This is a witch hunt of an order we have not seen since the McCarthy era. Then the archetypal threat to America, was the allegedly communist Jew. Now, it is the allegedly anti-Semitic Palestinian. But lest the Democratic Party feel self-satisfied as the Republican administration takes a sledgehammer to our basic constitutional rights, this did not begin 2 months ago. Beginning in the fall of 2023, most Democrats at local, state, and national level joined in the maligning of Palestinian and pro-Palestinian demonstrators. They labeled the movement anti-Semitic and operating in support of terrorism, ignoring the reality on the ground to which these students were responding. The urgency that you saw, the rage even of student demonstrators last year was driven by a commitment to the urgency of the situation, the need to stop the genocide in Gaza. The Democrats, however, crawled into bed with MAGA Republicans quite clearly in congressional hearings that began in the fall of 2023, when university presidents began to be called before the committee, as if the hearings were actually about anti-Semitism. The party of Charlottesville, the party of Nazi salute and support for Germany's neo-Nazi party, the AfD, is not concerned with anti-Semitism, and no Democrat that has aligned with them can be taken seriously on that ground. Insofar as you, our Democratic politicians, continue to refer to Mahmoud Khalil's speech as abhorrent, presumably while defending his right to say what he does, that is, presumably while defending his right to be abhorrent, you are part of the problem. Stop demonizing student activists who are demonstrating to save Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank from ethnic cleansing and total annihilation. Stop replicating the crimes of McCarthyism. And here I mean not just the criminalization of certain forms of political speech. More fundamentally, I mean stop replicating the crime of demonizing an entire group of people as dangerous, as a threat, as abhorrent even. Then it was Jews, now it's Palestinians. Free Mahmoud now and stop the witch hunt against other students.
Thank you, Professor. Next, I'd like to bring up Shaza Abdul-Shadalan, one of the staff attorneys up here, who will be reading a statement by Mahmoud's wife. Hi everyone, my name is Shaza Abdul-Shadalan, that's Shezza Abdulshidalal. I am a staff attorney with the Clear Project and one of Mahmoud Khalil's attorneys, and I will be reading a statement on behalf of Mahmoud Khalil's wife, who does not wish to be named. My husband was kidnapped from our home, and it's shameful that the United States government continues to hold him because he stood for the rights and lives of his people. I demand his immediate release and return to our family. His disappearance has devastated our lives. Every day without him is filled with uncertainty, not just for me, but for our entire family and community. Our loved ones are struggling with the pain and fear of his sudden absence. And yet, we are not alone. So many who know and love Mahmoud have come together, refusing to stay silent. Their support is a testament to his character and to the deep injustice of what is being done to him. Thank you. Thank you, Shezza. We're going to bring up some of Mahmoud's legal team to answer questions from you all. I will be calling on the people and letting you all know who will go first. Okay, questions?
How long can they hold it? Let's say you don't need to say that. What is the procedure?
He's already asked about
How long can they hold him? How long can they hold him?
Look, we are seeking to bring him back. We're seeking to have him released. And we're going to do that whether it's in federal court or immigration court. There are limits to how long a person can be held in immigration court. But frankly, that's irrelevant because we are going to ask for him to be released as expeditiously as possible. And we will do that in any court that will do us.
Yeah, the government has basically admitted that they're punishing him for his views that are contrary to the government's views. And that's just an obvious piece of authoritarian logic that we cannot tolerate as long as we live in a democracy. It's totally unacceptable for him and for others.
The government is claiming, and this is really a question for the government. The government is claiming that because of the time he filed a habeas corpus petition in this court, he was already in New Jersey. They had already moved him to New Jersey as part of their plan again to move him 1,000 miles away from Louisiana, to take him away from this court, from his lawyers, from his support network. And of course, the goal in all of this is to silence not just Mahmoud, but to silence anyone who speaks in defense of Palestinian lives and rights. And clearly, as you can see by the thousands of people who have come out, not just today, but this past week, that is happening. People are not silent. People are not and this idea that the movement in support of Palestinian lives is somehow driven and supported mainly by foreigners and non-citizens and individuals who are marginalized is clearly false. It is an American movement, and of course there are non-citizens and green card holders as well. But it is mainstream, as you can see from the diverse crowd that has come out, not just here today, but campuses nationwide for the past year.
The government's position is that Mahmoud has views that are similar to Hamas, namely that Mahmoud believes in Palestinian human rights and the end to an ongoing genocide. And it is for that reason, as the White House and the Department of Homeland Security have said, that he has been arrested, detained, and potentially removed. So it's their disagreement with his viewpoint, not any remotely scintilla of security threat that's driving this. Again, it's about repression, it's not about security.
I would add that, whatever flyers the White House spokesperson may have been talking about, that is certainly not the government's position in court. And so I think that's an important thing to keep in mind, that the White House spokesperson says a lot of things that are unsubstantiated, not just on this case. I would pay attention to what they actually, put forward in court. As you can imagine, these are very difficult circumstances. Mahmoud and his wife, the last thing they expected was for something like this to happen. They had every reason to expect stability. He's a lawful permanent resident. She's a U.S. citizen. They're about to welcome their firstborn child next month. That's what they were thinking about, not this scenario where he's abducted, coming home at night, and rendered to a location 1,000 miles away by the U.S. government on account of his speech. In light of that, Mahmoud, of course, is a fighter. He's been a prominent advocate for Palestinian rights. He's equally unbowed. He's in good spirits considering these circumstances, and he looks forward to being back here at home in New York.
The questions about immediate next steps, we will be filing amended papers demonstrating joined by our colleagues from the ACLU and the New York Civil Liberties Union, filing amended papers that substantiate in more detail the unlawful nature of his detention, and thereafter will pursue an expedited schedule to have the court hear his demand that his detention is unlawful and that he should be released. And we will also be dealing with the government's claim that this court is not the proper venue, and largely at the same time over the next week.
Where is the proper understanding legally why why this people saying what they're saying publicly versus what's happening in court? It's two different things. What is legal for what the government is explaining to why
the government, as far as we understand it, is relying on a rarely used provision in immigration law to justify the detention of a lawful permanent resident and its placement in removal proceeding. It is a provision that basically says that if the Secretary of State determines that a non-citizen's presence or activity in this country poses a serious risk of adverse foreign policy consequences potentially, that person can be processed for removal. Now, of course, that provision is not only rarely used, it is certainly not intended by Congress to be used to silence dissent. In other words, the times that it has been used to, for example, prohibit the visas for folks who have, people who have interfered with democracy in their home countries, former officials. Those are the kinds of scenarios where you see that law used. It is not intended to be used to silence pro-Palestinian speech or any other speech that the government happens to dislike. And for that reason, we believe that this case is not going to set the precedent that the government wants it to set, whether it's in federal court or an immigration court. And you already know just by looking behind you that it's not having the effect that the government wants it to have on, people's solidarity with Palestinians. So the question was whether we can confirm that he sent an email to the president of Columbia University the night before he was arrested and detained to basically put the university on notice that he was feeling unprotected by the university and that he was worried about detention by ICE and doxing and actions by private actors. He was in fear for his life and well-being. That is accurate. He did send that email to the head of Columbia University, and I think his email raises an important question. This is a university that has spent the better part of the last year talking about its duty to protect students and to keep them safe. But in a scenario where numerous students are being approached by ICE on Columbia's campus, and one Columbia student, Khalid, has been effectively disappeared by U.S. government agents, again, on Columbia's property, the university has been remarkably absent and silent.
Thank you.
Thank you all. We're going to wrap up here. For any questions regarding details about today's speakers, you can come to me or Jen here. And I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank all the people who are out there in the crowd listening. And I want to remind everyone that the family has asked for privacy at this time. Thank you.
Good, leg up.
Good? Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
They're not marching. They're marching on
Viral, Aussie First, Saint Oned. Been seeing you a while. Shout out to you. Harry the Howler, Chad Ryan, Brooklyn in the house, or was in the house. Benja, Shelly G, Brian. Appreciate all you guys, man. Thank you for joining.
What if we went to a coffee place?
Aussie Nathan, Nick Johnson, Tragic. Everybody go check out Brooklyn Audit, Nick Johnson, Viral Opinion, Aussie Nathan. They all have channels as well. And if you guys have anything you want to promote, feel free to drop it in the chat.
Massage machine that looks just like
I think I'll stay here. Every time I get over there, you guys say the service messes up.
It's online Sunday at 3. New York City, you will see.
What's up, Aussie? Take this bad boy back off. Only was using it to be over there in the media section. I don't need it anymore.
Right now.
Yeah, Shelly G. He wrote it down. I don't know where I put it though. I'm looking for it. Show you guys on cam. I mean, I showed it on camera before, but it's funny that he wrote it on this. No courtesy, no professionalism, no respect. But his name is Zhang 1488.
No, you said it was 20. That's crazy because I don't have any formal training. Wow. That's so awesome. Okay, alright. Hey. You gotta be honest.
Yeah, we're like, hey. Yelling at each other. Yelling at each
It's like thought we were bad. It's like I get that recycling. I get that with my I have no
Earlier this week. Not this week. Or was it Friday? It was Saturday. Saturday. The announcement is not online. Our foreign policy used. You get it? It's terrifying. It should scare us all. Get it? So we will keep fighting. Anybody else? I
keep fighting in the streets. Only the movement of the people can defeat these fascists in the White House. Only the movement of the people can defend our rights. Only the movement of the people can free our prisoners. Pressure on! Because the battle to release Mahmoud Khalil does not end today. It continues tomorrow until we get his freedom. But we also know, even when Mahmoud Khalil is released, the struggle has to continue. We have to keep in the fight against this government of the billionaires. This fight also means that we have to stay organized. So we're going to close this rally now, but we're not telling you to go home. We're telling you to go get organized. Follow the Palestinian Youth Movement. Follow the People's Forum. Come to our volunteers organizing meeting next Monday, 6:30 p.m. We have to stay organized and we have to stay together. Thank you for coming out today.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. I believe that we will win. 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 Say it loud and say it clear. Say it loud and say it clear. ICE is not welcome here. Say it loud and say it clear. ICE is not welcome here. New York City, you will see. New York City, you will be free. Brooklyn will be free. New York City, you will see. New York City, you will see. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
And from the sea to the river.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
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 In our thousands, in our millions.
In our thousands, in our millions.
We are all Palestinians.
We are all Palestinians.
In our millions, in our millions.
We are all Palestinians.
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 What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want?
Justice.
What do we want it? If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if my man doesn't get it,
Shut it down.
if immigrants don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Palestine don't get it,
Shut it down.
if our people don't get it,
Shut it down.
shut it down.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
We will see you in the streets, and we will see you at organizing meetings. Get home safe. The fight is not over until Palestine is free.
That part of our relationship. One thing that's funny is maybe I told you
Trump must go!
Yeah, I told him. I did tell you. Thanks for trying to give me the space. I appreciate it. Exciting. Okay, I'm Dan. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I appreciate the time. Okay. What is this? Oh, yeah, that's big.
What's up, everybody? no way you pass the fitness test. No shot. What are you gonna do when they implement the annual fitness test, sir?
I just rapped you. I said you can't go through the door. You going there? Everybody go? I didn't see everybody.
Why you don't let the black people go, man? Why you don't let the black people go?
Why you don't let the black people go? What's up, bro? Why you don't let the black people go?
That's messed up, bro.
Why you don't let the black people go?
Why you coming at him like that for? Yo, put your finger down. Put your finger down. Put your finger down. Don't walk up to them like that. Why you walking up on teenagers like that, bro?
Like that?
Concerned citizen.
Yeah, bro, go ahead. No, I'm gonna stay here. Nah, go ahead. Your man's just said you gotta go upstairs. Thank you so much. Your man's just said you gotta go upstairs. Pop out. She crazy. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Go ahead, bro. This nigga is crazy. Nah, you some dick sucking ass. Thank you so much, man. Crazy.
It's a problem that students don't get free subway passes.
I don't even know, bro. Look, he was just look, he had to go upstairs. He had to go upstairs. He's mad. He's dumb. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Don't forget this matter.
We're looking to hire talented individuals.
Barber in the house. Aussie. Big Aussie. Caitlin, actually, yo, bud. Your food stamps are under your work boots. No wonder you can't find them. My food stamps are right here. This is my food stamp. Right here. The food stamp right there. But alright guys, I'm gonna end this. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Appreciate everybody for joining. Be safe out there. Appreciate you guys.